Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's video. If you guys are new, subscribe. If you like it, then like. We're starting the video late tonight just because it's a car shenanigan night. And today we're following Ani. If you guys don't know, Ani has a 3RS and a Performante in his buddy's M2, as you can hear.
Give it a second.
That is running the exact same setup as my M2, but with the burble tune. And as you guys know, my M2 burbles like crazy already, and I don't have the burble tune for that reason. I always wondered if mine burbles so much now, I was always wondering what it would sound like with the tune. And today we got our answer. So enjoy. Hey guys! Don't get pulled over! Pay attention, man. Oh my god! I could never! Oh my god, there's a cop right there.
There's a cop.
If at any time there's a cop
Are they
within
trying to find him?
a half-mile vicinity, they're getting a ticket. I already get scared because if there's a cop within a quarter-mile vicinity of mine, I'm getting a ticket, and I can't do that. I already got a ticket, as you guys know, the first day I filmed the video getting pulled over. I hope Ani's smarter than to pull right now because two cops just passed. Watch. How is he not getting arrested?
That's like the most illegal thing I've ever. That sounds like way worse.
Oh my god. Wait, listen. That's so sketchy. Well guys, welcome to the night. It's gonna be a long one. Good morning, everybody. It is a new day, it is a new world, and I am a new me. I'm kidding, I'm the same person I was yesterday, but welcome back. We ended up not filming last night, but we're back here at Ani's place, and today I'm filming a video, as you guys saw, a video that I've been wanting to film for a very long time. I've always wanted to make a video comparing two track cars, actually, ironically, these two track cars in specific, and figuring out which car is better for the street. And a good buddy of mine, Ani, who you guys met in yesterday's video, pretty much owns Grayson. Grayson's also here with his GT3. Get out of here. Ani actually owns pretty much two track cars. Ani owns a Lamborghini Huracan Performante and a 991.2 GT3RS. I've driven the 3RS and I've driven the Perf, both really short times, but today, in specific, I want to kind of find out which of these two cars is better for the road. Because as you guys know, the Performante is obviously a track car and the 3RS is obviously a track car, but both cars that you can obviously drive on the street. This is Ani. Say hi, Ani.
What's up?
And Ani, I would say he drives the 3RS for the most part all the time, and then sometimes takes this out. This has the sports seats in it, which are absolutely horrendous, but Ani claims are really good for like canyon and track driving because they keep you in your seat. I get that. So we're gonna hop in the 3RS right now, me and Jordan. Ani's gonna take the Perf, and then we're all gonna go cruise, and then I'll drive the Perf back. So let's get some cold starts. Ani, go start. Here, babe, you start the GT3 up. Oh, look, Ani, she can't find the key slot.
No, don't help me.
Alright, no help. Alright, we won't help you.
This is an old lady sitting in the car behind my car, and we're just idling it.
Oh, there she goes. This car's really loud, so hopefully you can hear the Huracan. This one's stock. This one's definitely not. Oh, I love Porsche so much. I'm gonna follow them, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts. Immediately, this car, just because that car has the sports seats, is comfier.
Look at how thin the seat is, guys.
And they're all carbon fiber in the back. Immediately, this car gets the comfort point just because that car has the sports seats. Those are super uncomfortable, and these seats are actually very comfortable. This is a comparison of two track cars, and which is the better road-going car for, let's call it, weekend or everyday use. Obviously, the Porsche buckets, though the bolsters go up your booty hole, are the more comfortable seats.
What's a bolster go up a booty hole?
These little side parts when you get in sometimes. I would say the Porsche's transmission is a little bit smoother. PDK is obviously going to be extremely smooth.
And I would say it's not as fast as my Tesla.
We'll open the windows up in a little bit. It's probably just getting a little loud. I'm gonna try my best to not compare too much performance in this, as both these cars are extremely amazing vehicles. I love them both so much. These are two of the best cars for the track, street legal vehicles for the track. So I want to find out which one is actually better for the road. Immediately going into this, since I have been in both of them a little bit, I almost want to say the Performante if it had the comfort seats, just because as much as it's straight away from being a Huracan, it also is, the end of the day, a Huracan. As this is so much more raw than just a GT3, which is already such a raw car. And when I drove this, I felt like I was supposed to be at the track. Whereas when I drove the Performante, it just felt like a really gnarly Huracan with really uncomfortable seats. We'll put the windows down. Hopefully we don't get too
What the heck? His car sounds that good.
The one thing I will say with Porsche buckets though too, I know people make recliner kits for them. If I were to own a Porsche, I would probably do the recliner kit because these are super upright, and with a backwards hat, I hit my hat on it all the time, and that kind of bothers me. Your car's quiet.
Make it exaggerate.
This is gonna be a pro, but also a con for everyday use. Because the steering gives you so much feedback in these cars, especially Porsches, the car has a big tendency to go with the road. And if you hit a little bit of imperfection in the road, you're gonna feel it in the steering wheel, which kind of, I would say, isn't as prominent when you're driving the Performante. The Performante. It's a wide-bodied AMG GT. I've never seen a wide-bodied AMG GT. I cannot wait for her to feel these seats. How are those seats?
They're hard, but it's better than the fire extinguisher.
We are now in the Performante. We just finished our trip to where we are now. I'm gonna recap kind of everything at the end, but the 3RS feels like you did a disservice by taking it on the public road. But again, it is also at the same time a usable car. Like, you can go out in it. It's gonna beat you up a little bit, but it's not crazy. This car is theoretically a Huracan with more power and a lot more aero, but with that comes a tweaked suspension that, like I said, is really stiff. And I really don't think, I think the only way you can get softer suspension is if you're in Strata, and I'm in Corsa, because obviously I'm trying to enjoy it just like I did the Porsche where I had everything on.
Look at it. It even has a cup holder.
This car, I do know, is gonna be a little more straight line performance based. Obviously this car can handle the ALA system, should we call it? I might be wrong, I think it's called ALA. In this car is super cool. When it's in like track mode, it'll actually show you the different aero that's going over your car and where the downforce is going. Sorry if the light's bad right now, but this car in a straight line is a lot faster than the 3RS. The 3RS isn't the fastest car in the world in a straight line. So Jay is gonna have a good time right now. I think actually immediately the ride quality in this isn't as bad.
This is smoother.
The only thing that's horrible right now obviously is the seats. The seats are horrendous.
They're not actually horrible.
They're pretty bad. Your back's gonna start hurting here soon. Actually, I keep retracting things that I say. I think the transmission in this car is almost as spot on as PDK. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, you don't even feel anything.
No, you don't.
It's so good. There's a lot of companies right now that are making transmissions very similar to PDK, which has always been known as like the biggest player in the game. As of right now, like I said, I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts at the end of the video. I think as a whole, and this might be stupid, this might be a common belief, but I think I like the Performante a lot more than I like the GT3RS. And I love Porsches. I'm a huge Porsche guy. I drove this recently a little bit, and then today's like when I'm spending the most time in it. And I am really enjoying this car. I'm not a huge fan of the Huracan. I don't hate the Huracan. It's very enjoyable to drive, but I would never buy one. But I think I would definitely buy a Performante. This car is insane, and the mirrors are not set up for me. I just wrapped up my drive in the 3RS, the 991.2, and the Performante. Off the bat, I'm not gonna bullshit anything, I'll skip right to it. The Performante takes the win, and I'll tell you guys why. First of all, the Performante takes a win as both. That car is just my favorite overall of the two. Street, track, doesn't even matter. And I didn't actually think I'd ever be saying this because I've always loved the 3RS. I still love the 3RS. But the Performante is way faster, sounds better. The GT3RS, in my opinion, was like one of the cars that was always so loud that the echo was the only thing similar to like an Aventador, right? And it is so loud. But the the Huracan sounds so much better to me, so much more refined. The car drives beautifully, and it's actually very usable. The only thing in that car that I think that was deterring me from thinking that it was a streetable car with the seats. But Ani definitely claims the seats are necessary for canyon driving or track driving, and I'm sure that is true. I don't still know if I would spec those seats just because they are so uncomfortable. But even with the seats, the suspension in that for daily use is better. The 3RS is literally a track car. You can just look at it and know it's a track car. The Performante is more of a road car, the Huracan, that they made a track version of. And even the GT3, which is the road-going version of the GT3RS, was still a track car. Porsche make the GT series to be track-focused vehicles, and I think the Performante came from a more street-based vehicle, and all they really did was add a bunch of aero and suspension tweaks that didn't compromise too much of the driving experience. So I think the Performante is going to take the win. Two amazing cars. I still love the 3RS. I still honestly would love to have a 3RS. A car that I do want to do a review on the channel of since I've been in the 991.2 is just the 991, because I actually was looking at those for a while. When I bought my NSX, I was considering buying a 991 GT3RS. Now the prices are still coming down a little bit on those. Maybe they're going back up a little bit. I'm not really sure what those are doing. I haven't checked too much. But between the two cars, I'm gonna give the win to the Huracan Performante. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Let me know why. But if you guys have driven a 3RS and you haven't driven a Performante, please drive a Performante. You guys will love it. And if you have driven a Performante, you never driven a 3RS, still go drive a 3RS. I'm sure if we did a track test between the two, a lot of this would be different, as the 3RS is like the benchmark for track-focused, streetable cars. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Huge shout out to Ani for letting me drive both his cars. He has an amazing collection. He also has a Bentayga that is his other daily driver. So don't think that those are his only two cars, but he pretty much drives a 3RS every day, which is weird to me because that's the car that's taken the L for comfortable and dailyable use here. So with that being said, guys, I will see you Wednesday. I love you guys. Subscribe if you're new, and have a beautiful day.